I'm Claire, an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up in the UK. I'm here to give you ideas and inspiration for your papercraft projects, as well as help you love what you make. My videos are always easy to follow along, and as a Stampin' Up demonstrator I mainly use their products simply because I love them. I'm going to share with you lots of tips along the way to help you get the best value from what you buy. You can shop with me in the UK at Created the Ottaway, and by signing up for my newsletter you'll keep up to date with all the offers that are going on and all my Created the Ottaway crafty goings on. We do workshops and craft events and card swaps and all sorts. Anyway, today's craft along is part of my sketch challenge. So a fellow demonstrator of mine does a 10 card challenge, and this is the sketch that I'm going to be using. So to keep it, just as a bit of background, to keep me in check, so what we do is we make 10 cards a month, and then by the time 10 Christmas cards a month, and then by the time Christmas comes around we're done. We don't need to panic, and we can spend some time making individual really special Christmas cards rather than doing lots of bulk makes. So I always join in with it, and last year I failed miserably. So this year I thought, to help make me accountable, I'm going to use a sketch each month, and I'm going to do a little video of my thought process really, so I might waffle a bit. So that was the sketch that I've decided to use. Hopefully you can see that. It's just very simple, two rectangles on top of another piece along there. Now, saying that it's a really simple sketch, it was actually really hard to do. I definitely wanted to use this set. Now, this isn't a Christmas set, or not at first sight. Anyway, this is from the new catalogue that launches tomorrow. I love all the animals in it. The dancing leopard, the singing turtle, all of them. I love all of them. And it's really handy because it's got dies that match it as well. So I thought, do you know what, that's going to be really job done. So I dutifully cut some turtles and thought I'd have a play around with him. And then I thought I just need a couple of layers of paper for my background, because this sketch is just 2 pieces of paper. And then that's where I come unstuck, because I wanted to use new stuff mixed with some of my stash, because there's no point having it and never using it. So my pre-order, as a demonstrator you get a pre-order and you can order some stuff. I bought this paper, and then when it arrived I was like, why did I buy that paper? So whatever the idea was when I purchased it, it's gone now. So I thought, right, I need to use this, don't just sit on it. So that's what it's like one side, and that's what it's like the other. Not really Christmassy, is it? But we're going to make it Christmassy. So there's a few different bits in there. I don't think I can see them now. I'll show you as we go along. So the ones that are like this sort of gradient, so this is Berry Burst on this one, but it sort of says to me Christmassy. I know that's a bit mad, but it's got flecks of white in it, which is snowy like. So I've used one of them like that, not Berry Burst, but I've used a different piece. And I'm going to use that as one of my backgrounds. And then to use up some of my stash, I got a big pack of the host paper, the Christmas paper, and I absolutely loved it. But it's one of those things where you love it so much you don't use it, you just keep stroking it. So I will show you a piece of that. So it's that. I really love it. It just screams Christmas, doesn't it? Gingerbread man, little sweets, little bit of holly. Just absolutely love this paper. The other side is quite nice as well because it's sort of snowflakey and it's pink. So really love that. So then it was like, oh, which side of the paper shall I use? So let's bring a blank card in. So I'm going to make my life easier and just use a blank card that I've purchased. And this, I definitely know that I want that on there, but I'm not so sure if I want it straight on or at an angle, because on the sketch it's got two pieces and they overlap, and that actually might be too big. But then again, it might not quite like that. So we're going to put that on there to start with. And then one of the papers from, oh, shall I tell you what paper it is actually? Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. So you get 48 sheets, 6 by 6. It seems quite party paper. So there's one piece in it. I've already cut these up. So one piece is like that, and one piece is like that, because remember I'm going to need 10 of these. So I figured that this looks like snow is lying, and then this is the sky, and the same with this. It's a bit darker, but it's still much lighter at the bottom. So if you can see that, and it goes lighter, it goes darker as it goes up. So that's sort of like the night sky. And the colours, because Stampin' Up are amazing at coordination, the colours are actually in this paper. Okay, so I'm thinking either that one or that one. At the moment I'm tending to go that one. And this little scrap is, I wanted to get the most out of my 6 by 6 paper. So I just cut it in half, 3 by 6. So that will fit over the top of that. Whether I do it like that as a border, that's quite nice. But I really want to see some more of this, so I might do it at an angle like that. How about if I move that one that way and that one that way? And then what happened is, I was looking through, where's that turtle? We need him. He needs to be on the snow somewhere. I actually feel like he needs to be lifted up. So I've got some all sorts of shapes, my stitch shapes. What I do is, when there's a scrap piece of card, rather than just putting it in a big box and never seeing the light of day again, I actually straight away die cut it into shapes. And I've got a little tray that I put my shapes in. Then every time I'm looking for a shape, I've already got some done. So that is there. Do we put him on there? He sort of gets a bit lost though, doesn't he? Might have to colour him in a bit. We could actually use the colours on this paper to make him stand out. Let's do that. So the colour that's in here is Granny Apple Green. So if we colour him Granny Apple Green, I've got light and dark. So how I do my blending, I am not the best colourer in the world, but I do like to colour, and I go very quiet when I colour. So I start with the light. So I'm going to colour the whole turtle shell in the light. Okay, nothing fancy, just colouring the whole thing, not the front of him, but his shell in light. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to pick out some detail in the dark. So I'm using the thinner end. So this is Granny Apple Green. So the bits on his shell that are like rectangle, I'm going to pick those out. And already you can see, I don't know if you can see actually, the light's pretty bad today, but you can see that it picks up the dark and the light. And the thing with the blending pens, the alcohol markers, is that you have to be patient and wait for the magic to work. So what I mean is, when you first put it on, it doesn't really look anything at all. It just looks like you've coloured 2 colours. But if you walk away, go and grab a cup of tea, stretch your legs, because we all do that, don't we? We're crafting and we just end up just staying there all day, forgetting to eat, forgetting to drink. But if you walk away, grab a drink and come back, when you come back, you'll notice something different, that is actually blended in together. So I went round the rectangle bits on his shell in the darker, and I've gone around the inside of his shell at the front. So I'm just going to go over it again in light, over all of it, not just the bits that are light, just over the whole lot. And it will just blend it and give it a different tone. And then what I might do is just go over some of the shell bits around his neck, because that's where the shadow will be, and then under his arms in the dark again. Okay, and that's it. I'm not going to do anything else to his shell. So light first, add some detail with the dark, back to the light all over, add even less detail with the dark, and then if you just leave it, it'll all come together. So I think he needs to be crumb cake, doesn't he? He should be crumb cake. Have I got a crumb cake with me? Oh, it's going to be a pain now, isn't it? No, let's come back to him in a minute. What shall I do? His microphone. So his microphone, I think, let's pick out a bit of pink on the back of this and the sweets. So I'm going to do his microphone. I'm not doing anything fancy to this because it's too tiny. You're not even going to see it. So his microphone is going to be pink, just because he's a jazzy little tortoise or turtle. Okay, so that makes that, highlights that straight away, otherwise it just is a bit lost. And what else? I'm completely distracted now, have you noticed, just by the colouring. Right, let's leave him a minute. I need to go and get a crumb cake to do his body, and we're going to put him on there. Now on my sketch there was also a band that goes across. So when I cut this, when I was sorting through my paper, there's a bit of this. So if I turn that over, I can use the pink. And what I'm going to do, because I don't want to use this for anything else, I'm going to put that on there. I haven't got quite enough to go right the way across, but it doesn't matter because no one's going to see it. That's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. That like that. That like that. That like that. Does it look Christmassy? Sort of. So what I did in the dies, in these dies, there's these little trees. Now to me, they are screaming Christmas trees, because look at them. They just look like Christmas trees. So we're going to put some of those on as well. So 3s and 5s, that's what we're meant to do, isn't it? Us crafters, 3s and 5s. So there's 2 different sizes. So I'm going to get another little one. And again, I've die cut these in front of the TV with all my scraps so that I've got all of these ready. And what I tend to do is die cut them in white and then colour in the bits I need. So I'm going to do this in Granny Apple Green because I want it to be the same as that. Oh, look at that pattern. Oh, don't do that, Claire. Let's colour on here. I need to colour on something. Let's colour on the back of there just because it gives me something to hold. I'm going to do the fat end because it's easier. Oh, I've done the back. Right, do the front. Concentrate. I'm still thinking about the crumb cake that I need to go and get every time because I film somewhere different to where I craft, which is really annoying actually. I need to sort that out. If I forget something, I have to go running all the way back to get it. Right, does that look? That's okay, but I feel like I need it a bit darker, so I'm going to put some detail on these bits. So there's sort of pieces that you can lift out. I'll show you in a minute. I am sorry I go quiet when I'm colouring. It's amazing, isn't it? Right, let's do that. Go back over it in the light because you've picked the detail out. the dark. Okay, just so you can see that. But there's little cut-out pieces on it that go all the way through, just to make your tree 3D. So he's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. I'm going to have a couple of trees there. I think I'm just going to leave the other ones white, so this one stands out. And then what he needs on that tree, because it just looks like a tree, so let's put some gems on it. So I've got these in colour jewels that have been hanging around, just asking to be made into Christmas tree jewels. So let's put a pink one, that's handy, right near the top. Oh, I've left my take your pick tool in the other room as well. Have a nice gold one there. Oh, sticking to me now. Oh, and to each other. It really is sticking to me. Okay, let's get a different one. There. And then there. Okay, and then one more, I think. Let's get a dark one here. Okay, so I'm just going to get 3 little jewels on there. Okay, so that makes my Christmas tree. Look at that. Can you even see that? There. Okay. So that's my Christmas tree. And then, what else do I need? I need a little sentiment, don't I? What is in here? What does it say? Something great to celebrate you. We could use this something great to celebrate. That might look quite nice. And then maybe a Christmas die. Okay, let's do that. So how are we going to do that? So we need that sentiment. Something great to celebrate you. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Right marker, because then I can just colour certain bits of it. And I need a block. And a little piece of card. So let's put that on there. So I don't want the bit that says you, so I'm just going to use the side of my Stampin' Right marker to colour the rest, just the fat end, like that, and just carefully avoiding the bit that says you. Let's see if this comes out now. Okay. Something great to celebrate. Yeah, that's okay. And we're going to cut that down. So I'm going to cut it there. Cut it there. I've got punch somewhere that does this. That's still a bit fat, so I need some big scissors, but I'll do it with this. And pray that I do it straight. Okay, let's have a look at that. That's okay. Let's do this one, this side as well. Oh, that's much better. So that can go there or there. Something great to celebrate. Right, Christmas. I need the Christmas words. So we've got these old dies, word wishes, and there's a Christmas in that. So I have already got some of those die cut. And what I've done is put some adhesive sheet on the back, and I've done it in pink because I want pink to be on there. So I'm going to layer that on there. So should we start putting it together? Okay, let's have a look. So I'm fairly sure that I'm happy with this bit. So I'm going to put that on. So that is just going to get glued straight on if the glue works. Let's get another one that's fairly new here. Oh yeah, look, that comes out flowing. So where did I say? There's a little bit of something on my card. About there, wasn't it? About there. So that's going to be that side. See, no one's going to know that I've used a scrappy bit. Quite a big scrappy bit though, I have to say. That's going to go there, like that. Now this bit, I feel like I need it an angle, like that, like that. How about if we curl the corners up? So there's a really good way of curling a corner. You can either get a pencil or a kebab stick or something like that, something that is round, and you just wrap your paper around it. Well, that's going to be nice because it's going to have the pink. And that is as simple as that. So we're going to do it on this side as well, I think. So just roll it round like so. Oh yeah, that's nice. I'm happy with that. So that's going to go flat on there. So let's put that on. Love the curled corners. It just adds a bit more detail to your flat paper. I'm all for the detail. Okay, that's going to go on there. Now this, should I curl those corners as well? Because then they will come in as well. Let's do that because I think that would look really nice. So get my kebab stick again. And then what's behind this? Oh, that's quite nice because it's the curvy, the wavy lines on the back. So that's going to go like that. Yeah, that looks really good. But I feel like I need something on there to make it look snowy. Otherwise it doesn't look snowy. Let's have a look at this. So I've got a block. I've got some white Stampin' Up ink, pigment ink. I'm going to put a little bit of that on there. Not too much because I really don't need very much. I'm going to use one of my aqua painters to put a little bit of water on my block. Not too much, just there. I'm just going to mix that. That might be too much. Let's have a look. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, let's move that out of the way. I'm going to use that to splat. Oh, nice. Now that looks more snowy already, doesn't it? Okay. I'm going to get carried away with snow effect now. Okay, so that's going to go there. Bring that back in. I need to leave that to dry a bit really, but I'm going to start building it together. So I'm just going to carefully put some glue on there, just so I can stick it down for you to see. Oh, that's nice. Loving the snow effect. And I like how the corners are rolled. Okay, now that with the turtle on and the trees, I feel like that needs a bit of something as well to lift it. So I am going to use a blending brush and some of this Pool Party, just because I want it to be quite subtle in the background. I need to wipe that off. Where can I wipe that off? So I'm going to use my block, because what I tend to do is use the block to pick up some ink. Okay, so you can't really see it on there, but it stops my ink pad drying out. I'm going to pick it up on the brush. Okay, and then ever so lightly, and then gradually get firmer. Just do a circular movement, because you're not trying to cover it, you're just putting a bit of shadow in the background. And then as you get more confident, go a bit harder. That's about right, isn't it? Okay, so I need some dimensionals on the back of there, because I want that to be higher up. So it's not got a lot of weight, so I'm just going to put 2 or 3 on there, just like so. And that will go about there because I want it to overlap. Okay, my trees, I'm going to put my trees, they're just going to be 2 flat ones. I'm going to have them poking off the side just so they really stand out a bit, like so. And then this one I'm going to put on a dimension, I think. Let's have a look if one fits in just about. Okay, and that will stand out there. And then my turtle, I still need to colour him. I'll do that off camera, you don't need to see me colouring him. I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on him, just there and there. And he's going to go there because he's like star of the show, isn't he? Okay, and then my sentiment, that was here. I'm going to put that, where should I put that? There. Something great to celebrate. Yeah, just about there. So if I put dimensional on one end here, but glue the other, that will look like it's meant to be sort of floating, like so. So that, what that does is draws your eye to all the detail on here. Now this Christmas, is this just going to peel off easily? Because I've already put the adhesive sheet on the back. I'm just going to get all the little bits out just by sticking it on my finger. Let's see if I can get these ones out. That one's come. Now this one. No, it doesn't want to go. Let's use this kebab stick because it's handy. Okay, that's it. I've got 4 little dots now on my hand. Let's get those off. Now what I want to do is sort of curl the Christmas word around this because I want your eyes still to be drawn to this. So that's going to start off there and go around there. Lovely. Oh, I am happy with that. Christmas, something great to celebrate. And I think that's it. Am I happy with that? Nearly. I just think I'm just going to use a white pen to put some slightly bigger snow balls, snowflakes, just to really emphasise it's a Christmas card. I think that'd be it. Ta-da! Just need to go and colour him in and we are done. Now to make 9 more. So what do you think? So from the simple sketch, let me see if I can get it back up. So that simple sketch, we have made that beautiful Christmas card. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you like what you've seen, subscribe and watch some of my other videos. There's lots of ideas and inspiration there. And if you follow along and make something, please do get in touch and send me a picture. I love to see what you make. It's so inspiring. Thanks for watching. Bye.